Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Boarding, the only podcast where I alienate my family and friends by forcing them to watch movies they've never seen before. I'm your host, Brian, also known as King Stone Hannibal and also as Benny Lava, and I am currently waiting for my guest, Lori, to hop on Zoom. Yes, we still use Zoom. Not a sponsor, but hey, Zoom, what's up? Sponsor us. You know? Get on it. Not much you can do. How you doing, Lori?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing a-okay. Just as a precaution, it is raining big time in Nashville, so if the lights go out, which they usually do, just if I cut off, you know why.
Okay, sounds good. Wow, and it's nice and bright and sunny here.
I can see that. It's
Yeah.
I mean, I can't show you really, but like it's the same time zone and it's like dark right now.
Yeah, no, it's pretty, and I don't know if it's warm, but it might be cold, but it's still sunny.
It's not cold here, but it's not warm either, but it's very humid, you know, like it always is here. The flies are coming out or whatever, out of hiding. I don't know. Where do the flies go in the winter? Like, I don't get it. Like,
I think they die. I think they're gone.
They migrate?
They die a painful death, and then they come back with the vengeance.
Yeah, apparently. So, first of all, I am sorry about Milwaukee, the Bucks. But the good news is,
I almost expected it. I was like, it's fine.
The good news is that Giannis might go to the Spurs. So, I mean, not for you, but for me as a Spurs fan. So,
it's okay because they worship him a lot here, and I feel like he keeps failing them. So
the only thing I'm worried about if he does is like, please don't bring your brothers. They stink.
yeah, I actually don't know why they're on the team, but
I think I was talking to this with somebody. It's like sports to me is like the one thing, like out of all professions, whether it's like politicians, actors, or whatever, that is free of nepotism, but apparently not, because with Giannis and then like LeBron James with his son, who's not good enough to be in the league, but somehow he is.
they pull strings. It's all about the money. Yeah, I actually just went to a game like right before the playoffs.
So you just walked like the 100 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the stadium from your window?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, you could just lean your head over. Mm-hmm.
That's actually kind of cool.
And you know what's sad? I was late to the game, but that's my life. I'm always late to everything because I think I can get there in 5 minutes, and I can't.
You were late to something that's right next door.
Yeah, they told me about it, and then I was like, yeah, I'll go. And then I was like, oh, I could be there in 10 minutes. And then I wasn't.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell you anything because I'm kind of the same way. I live, especially for the meetings. Like, I don't get there late, but I get there later than when I need to be. And I'm like, I live like 5 minutes away. And then I'm always like, no, I don't. I live like 15 minutes away. Anyways, thank you so much, Lori, for doing this. I know it's a weird thing to do, but it's fun. I like it. I'm sure you like it. So we're doing this over Zoom. You're all the way in Milwaukee. So you're Milwaukee via, let me get this right, if I got this in the right order, backwards. Milwaukee via New York, via North Carolina, via California.
Yeah, you got it. Good job.
You know, it's funny. Most of the people that I've had on here, except for like one or two people, have either lived in New York or in California.
Well, now you got the Midwest.
Now I got the Midwest, yes.
You gotta represent in the middle.
And speaking of which, I say this without trying to shame you, because I'm not. Because I hate when people are like, you've never seen that movie, but you've never seen this movie? Like,
I have seen, in full honesty, I've seen parts of it.
Okay, but not in its entirety.
Like, not the full time. Like, I've seen a clip of it or someone's watching it, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'll like leave or whatever.
I mean, and the reason I say that is because I'm not going to age you, but we're about the same age. I think you're a little bit younger than I am, but we kind of grew up in the 90s and the 80s, and this is kind of like a big movie for people in our generation.
Yeah, but you know what's ironic? My dad never let us watch it.
What?
Yeah, he never, or like I guess he didn't encourage it. I don't know what it was, but he never, like we just didn't watch it. My sister and I just didn't watch it.
So Sarah hasn't seen it either.
Well, I don't know now that she's married to Louis.
That's possibly true. She doesn't live with you.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, there's a whole other culture thing there going. So I personally have not, and I don't know if she has. I don't know.
I feel like with Louis, he probably has seen it, but I don't think he's not the type of person to show you a movie.
That's true.
He's the type of
But no,
person to show
she
you
has seen
memes
stuff. That is true. He does do that. Or videos or YouTube.
or videos.
No, yeah, she has seen some stuff with him, I think. Because like she'll show me stuff like, oh, Louis showed me this. And I'm like, oh, okay. But no, I don't know. She's never shown me this movie, but I just never, when I thought of watching it, it's gonna maybe sound funny, but I thought of watching it when the star, Ralph, whatever his name is, he was on Dancing with the Stars.
Ralph Macchio?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I watched it and I was like, oh, maybe I should watch that movie. And that was like the only time I thought about watching it.
It's funny. I'll find the photo and I'll show it to you. But there's a photo of me when I'm on. So this movie came out in '84. We're talking about Karate Kid. If people don't know, the new one's gonna come out. I don't know how they're gonna do it because it's like.
And another one.
Yeah, it comes out like in like 2 weeks actually, and it's gonna be like because they made a remake with Jackie Chan, and one of the Williams kid.
They
Smith,
did. I know
Jaden Williams. But then they're merging that Mr. Miyagi with his name is Daniel LaRusso, the Karate Kid from the 80s, so I don't know how that's going to work. But there's a photo of me when I'm a kid, and I'm in like a pseudo Karate Kid outfit. I'm like, I would say barely one. Like I'm barely, old enough to stand.
Interesting. So you were like striving to be this kid.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like I wanted to be the Karate Kid.
Interesting. Now I'm curious to see this movie. Oh, you know what else I thought of watching it? I just remembered there's like a Netflix series on this or something, right?
Cobra Kai, yeah. I actually have not seen it.
Someone was like watching that, and then that's when I was like, oh, I've never seen Karate Kid, so I don't really want to get into the show because I don't understand what's happening.
So there's 3 Karate Kids, and then there's a 4th one which they recast. It's like Hilary Swank is like the new Karate Kid.
What?
Yeah.
I really am like not. Yeah, because I remember somebody's watching and I was like, oh, like what's it about? And then they got tired of me asking questions. They're like, you need to watch Karate Kid. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna do that. So
But I say that like it's so weird that someone in our generation has not seen it, which is actually good because I've wanted to do this movie, but I've asked so many people and I'm tired of having to resort to using, and I love the kids in my congregation. I love them, but I'm tired of having to resort to like, hey, 15-year-old kid, have you seen this movie? Like.
Yeah, no, I that's interesting. So you like to do it when someone's never seen the movie?
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. Like they've never seen the movie, and unless it's like if it's a popular movie, I'll ask them beforehand if they've seen it just to make sure. Like I did with you. Like, but if it's like a not popular movie, and I'm like, oh, I know you've never seen this movie. Sometimes they don't even know what they're watching until they watch it.
Yeah, I didn't even look them up, but some of those movies you mentioned, like I think I didn't hear of like 3 of them. I've never even heard of.
Okay, so also like I gave you all very popular movies. So when you said you hadn't seen this one or even heard of these, I was like, okay, like I did send you some questions. So did you watch a lot of movies growing up, or was that kind of like a family thing that you guys did?
We did watch. I think I watched a lot of movies because like same kind we're saying now, like you've never seen that movie, but like growing up, like with kids, like young kids, I'm like, have you never seen that movie? Or, but it's like, yeah, I grew up, but I was thinking about it like when you asked the question. I'm like, I feel like I've seen mainly like cartoons. I feel like growing up, like I remember watching like Land Before Time or The Rescuers.
Great movie.
So like those movies I remember, or like Disney movies, typical. Yeah, but like I watched The Sandlot growing up.
Great movie.
So like I do remember watching like movies of our generation, if you want to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, then I got older and I think life just happened and I just didn't. I like watching movies. Just don't sit down and watch them.
I get that 100% because there'll be times where I don't watch anything, and then like today I've seen 3 movies. So if watching this again will be the 3rd.
Oh, nice. Yeah, like I people will recommend one. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll put it kind of on a list or queue, and I'm like, okay, when I have time, I will watch this. But you know what I've noticed as I've gotten older? I'm not good at watching movies by myself.
Really?
Like I need to watch it with someone to like share this experience with them, and then like it's like Sarah wants to watch movies all day. Okay, let's do it. Like, but like I don't just do it myself. Like I'm not gonna just sit there and watch a movie.
Are you the type of person that like you watch a movie and they'll be like, oh, that was cool, and that's it? Or do you guys like talk about it or be like, oh, that was interesting, or you just like?
I think I've done that with if we've done that, it's more with my dad. So we'll watch like a historical movie, like something that happened in history.
Dads love historical movies.
And then I'm like, oh, that would be, then my dad and I will talk about it. Or I have done it where I've seen a movie on my own, like a documentary or something. And I'm like, Dad, you have to watch this movie. Or I see a movie with some friends and I'm like, Dad, there was like this really good movie and I'll tell them about it. So, but my mom likes watching movies,
Your mom's
actually.
like
My mom
watching
does.
movies. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But she
Do
likes the like different country movie, like from Turkey or
oh,
from
moms love
French
Turkish
or
movies.
whatever. Yeah, like or there was like a Turkish series I remember she would watch and she like I'll never forget this and I don't let her forget it. Like one time I was visiting and she was super into this Turkish show. She's like, Gloria, watch this Turkish show with me. And I'm like, you're like 200 episodes in. Like, I'm
Oh,
not
no.
watching this show with you. Like,
No
I don't want
way.
to. And like, I'm not know what's going on. And she's like, oh, maybe you should go visit your dad tonight. I was like, what?
Like, excuse me.
Okay, I will then. She's like, enjoy your Turkish show. I will come back later.
She's
But
like,
yeah, she
I
was
need
like
to watch
super
my
into it.
stories.
Yeah, she was super into it. But yeah, she likes like she's recommended movies to me, and they're usually French or like something she finds on Netflix, but they're Spanish dubbed.
Okay.
So like I did watch one with her from Poland, I want to say. It was a Polish movie. It was pretty good actually, but it was all in Spanish.
So I actually kind of also have a confession with this movie. Kind of like you, I have seen this movie and I know it, as well, and I saw it recently again. But for the longest time, I think I only saw it in parts. Like I saw the middle and then that was it, or I saw the end, and I kind of just pieced it together in my head and kind of made the story because this is how old I am, or we are. That I had this movie recorded on a VHS from HBO on HBO back in the day.
HBO existed back then?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
yeah,
I
I'm
did
not
not know
that
that.
old.
Well, I mean, I didn't even know that. I'm like,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need to
yeah.
have it.
Yeah, so I think, well, my parents, and I've said this many times, that one of my earliest memories is actually going to a movie. My parents used to clean a movie theater,
Oh,
and
cool.
yeah, back in the
Cool
day,
job.
they saw a bunch of movies for free. But I mean, I don't know if they saw a bunch of them because it's a movie theater, so they play like the same ones over and over again. So I think with having that, and then my parents love movies, they go out. When we used to live together, we would go out like in the summer, probably every week, like to go watch movies. And I think also too, having HBO, like I consumed a lot of movies, and that's one of my favorite. Like movies and music are my go-to thing. Do you have like one specific movie that you were like watch over and over and over again when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, probably yeah, like those cartoons like Land Before Time. I watched those all the time.
How can
Now
you
I
how
haven't
can you
seen them.
watch that? Like, it's so
I mean,
sad.
I remember being sad. Like I remember being like, "Oh, I'm so sad."
Oh,
Like the
did you
one,
watch it because the Triceratops was named Sarah?
no, but Sarah loved that.
Okay.
No, I just like thought they were so cute. The one I liked was Ducky.
Ducky, yeah.
I just liked their voice. I don't know whose voice it was, but it was cute. Oh, you know, what movies we also would watch together, my sister and I, would be the Olsen twins. Go ahead, movies. I never forget. I don't even know where we were going. We were going on some road trip. And my sister and I literally recited that whole
I
movie
know
word for
that's
word.
what's even funnier is
And
I
that,
know what you're talking about. It's like the
I think
Olsen
the
twins
one,
are like detectives, or like they go to space or whatever.
yeah, like there was the one that I remember we recited. I don't even know how we must have watched it enough times to recite the whole movie.
Wow.
Was Billboard Dad? I think it was.
I don't even know what that.
But my dad, I remember my dad was so annoyed with us.
Yeah, that sounds about
'Cause I
right.
remember he was like, "How do you know this whole movie and you can't read the Bible?" Or
It's
something like that. I was
like you
like,
can't say like
"Oh
like
yeah."
one Bible
Yeah,
text.
he was like, "Tell me a text." I was like, "Yeah, I don't know."
You're like in the book of Ashley Olsen.
Right. But we recited the whole, I don't remember where we were going if we're going on a road trip. I remember being in the car and doing it though. But
Oh,
so we
okay.
must have watched that a lot of times.
A road trip.
Yeah, growing up I must have watched, yeah, my dad would have like a TV in the car and we could like
Yeah.
watch movies. So we watched those. I remember the tapes. We would have to watch the tapes. We would watch what he would do is he would also record shows for us, like,
Okay.
you know, on a VHS, and then we would get to watch
Which is
those.
technically not, well, like it's not illegal, but they always say
Right.
like it's illegal.
Yeah,
It would be illegal if you played it for somebody else for profit. But
very true.
I looked
So we
into
would
I
just
looked into it when I was a kid.
yeah, I remember I think we watched those a lot. Girly
I don't know if
movies.
I'll ever get to do those on this podcast. So one other question. We kind of talking a little bit about it with the Land Before Time, that it's an emotional movie. In my opinion, this movie is an emotional movie, and I think that surprises a lot of people because it's an 80s movie. It's about a teenager in karate, but like, do you remember a movie that was kind of unexpectedly emotional, and you were like, why did I feel that way? And it was supposed to be like a movie about like I don't know, like Cars or something.
I think the first one that came to my mind, there's two. One that came to my mind was Marley and Me.
Oh,
I don't know why I didn't think that'd be emotional. I just thought it was about a dog.
tugs
Like I
on
had
the
no
tugs
idea,
on the heartstrings, man.
did not know what I was getting into. And at the end, I was like crying. I actually now refuse to watch movies that have animals if I know that's how it's gonna end.
So
Um,
don't watch I mean, not that you would, but don't ever watch the first John Wick movie.
I don't think I would watch that one.
But that's basically the catalyst for him doing what he does.
I'm not. Yeah, it's like it hurt so much. And then the one I cried in too, but I think I was just having a bad week, was The Greatest Showman. Yeah,
You
it
know, I
was, I
haven't seen that
think,
one actually.
oh, so you should probably do that one on your
Yeah.
podcast. That it was like a scene, they're all singing, and it was like this happy scene, and I just started crying. And I'm like, I must be having a bad week because that was weird. Like I remember thinking, like, why am I even crying? This is supposed to be a happy movie. Like that was the weirdest
I
thing
mean, I
ever.
cried in Star Wars, so you know, with
I
revenge.
mean, I saw grown men cry in Endgame, so
Oh, I was it Endgame? No, Infinity War. Infinity War,
oh yeah,
the
that one
previous
was
one.
rough.
That one I didn't cry, but when it ended, I was just like, I don't know what to do with the rest of my day.
Yeah, I was just talking about this literally yesterday with someone. We're talking about the Marvel movies, and I said, "Oh, during pandemic, I watched all of them with my brother." But I feel like if I remember correctly, the reason I watched them all was because Infinity War. I
Yeah.
saw it, and I was like, what was that? Like, that was horrible. Like, what a horrible ending to a movie. I can't believe this. Like, I didn't know what to do with myself. My brother's like, well, it'll make sense if you watch all the movies.
Yeah.
So that's what we ended up doing. And then so Endgame to me was like, oh, this is awesome.
And then
And I was emotional, but didn't cry like men that
okay,
my next to me did.
I'll make it even more tragic for you. So that scene where everybody's spoiler alert for a movie that's like 7 years old, but when everybody's getting dusted, right? And then Groot says Groot or something like that. The writer said that he's actually talking to Rocket Raccoon and he's telling him dad. He's like dad or father, and like he just
Oh,
disappears.
that's horrible.
And
That
so
see if I'd
I
known
saw that
that,
movie
I would have
twice.
cried.
I saw that movie twice because I kind of know. Well, like I read the comic book when I was a kid, so I knew what was gonna happen. They're gonna have two movies, so I was like, one of them is gonna be like Star Wars: Empire Strikes Back, where the good guys lose, and then the next one. So I saw it by myself the first time, and I literally, when it came out, like the first day, and it ended, and I was like, I don't know what to do with the rest of my day, and I think I went to I just like walked like the plaza. I was like, a ton of bricks just hit me.
Do
So
you think it was because you were like you had invested all these years in watching these movies and then
yeah, but like
that happened?
yeah, and also too, it was just so like I knew something like that was gonna happen, but the way that they did it and everybody just started disappearing, and it was like it, like Thanos said, it was like he didn't choose who went; it was just half of the universe. So it was just like seeing the ones that left and just the way that they were just like no or like Cap or like when Group was like I am Groot and he just like leaves. Now this movie doesn't have this. Karate Kid does not have any of that, but I still
Okay, good to know.
it's emotional. So if you're ready, we can go ahead and
Yeah.
break. We'll watch it on Hulu. It's on Hulu. So when you're watching it, Daniel LaRusso is the main character, quote unquote. But in my theory, I think somebody else is the main character. As the kids say, he's given main character energy in a good way. I think I use that right. I'm not too sure.
I mean, you're also the wrong person, right? So generation.
But yeah, so if just to see like if there's anybody else that is more of the main character, and it does get emotional in a certain part when you see someone's backstory.
Interesting. Now I'm curious. I didn't know nothing about that.
Okay. Alrighty then. So when you're done with the movie, I'm gonna watch it too again. It's about 2
Okay.
hours. It's actually I forgot how kind of long it was, but yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Well, we're watching the first one, right? Because
Yeah.
there's like
The first one from 1984.
okay. All right, sounds good.
Okay, that makes sense now because the volume was down. I don't remember turning it down, but I could have. But before we get into this movie, this amazing movie, Um, the Spurs, they just did the NBA draft lottery. The Spurs got the number 2 pick in the draft. So say goodbye to Giannis. Well, at least you'll get the number 2 pick because they're going to trade that pick to you guys for Giannis. So that's what people are saying.
Uh,
That's what people are saying they're going to do.
Interesting. It's okay. I'm leaving Wisconsin anyway.
But
I'll just follow him to Texas. Just kidding.
do you like the Bucks, or is it more like the? I mean, where were you guys from? Where you guys were from in Central Valley? Was it the Warriors or the Kings, or
It
did?
would have been Golden State, yeah. But I actually did not get into basketball until I moved here.
Because I mean, they were doing pretty well when you moved there, right?
Not necessarily, like, I've always in my head, like, oh, like my dad took us to a football game or baseball, but never basketball. So I didn't grow up watching it. I didn't grow up playing it. I learned how to play in New York.
In
And so
Bethel.
I just played it. But I just, yeah, that's why I just never like got into the games or anything. And I thought, oh, one day I would like to go to a professional game. And it was here that someone invited me, and I was like, wow, this is really fun. Like, I really like this. So I kind of got into it.
Were you ever into karate?
I was not. You know, I was thinking when I watched this movie, I was like, I don't think I would have appreciated this movie young.
Okay. Why is that?
Because I think with as an adult, I see a lot, I have a different perspective on it.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, I just sort of been like, oh, okay, like just a movie. But I don't know if it's because of this podcast that I'm watching with a different like mindset,
Uh-huh.
but I got, I felt like it was, I appreciated it more. I probably wouldn't have appreciated this as a young person.
I totally agree with that because I also feel like, I mean, I didn't go through any of that stuff, but as a kid, if you did go through that stuff, like I think you look at it back now and you're like, oh, like I went through the same things that Daniel kind of went through. Um,
Yeah,
so other than that, what did you think of the movie? Did you like it? If you
it
didn't
was,
like
it
it,
was
you
pretty
know,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I definitely agree with you that, well, I don't know if you said it was him, but I think Mr. Miyagi is definitely steals the show.
Mr. Miyagi, baby. I think,
Yeah, like he was funny. Like I did also as a young person, I would not have understood his sarcasm.
yes. Oh, dude,
I
the
get it.
driest sarcasm. Oh, it was the
Yeah,
best.
and
I
I'm like,
loved
oh,
it.
I get it. Like he's
Yeah.
hilarious,
What
but I
belt are
wouldn't have
you? Or what
got
belt are
that.
you wearing? Or what belt do you have? And he's like, oh, what does he say? Pelt, $3.99 from JCPenney.
Yeah, I really thought his sarcasm was funny. My favorite sarcastic line though was the beginning with the lady from Jersey. And she's like, "Oh," like she like pretends to know his uncle or something, and
Yeah,
she's like, "Yeah, I don't know him." But
yeah.
like that is so East
It was like
Coast, yes.
Louis LaRusso? No, Louis Tonti or whatever it was. He was like, oh yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, no, I definitely think like I got more of the jokes, even the message
Hmm.
as an adult than I would have as a young person.
So real quick, going over just the cast and the crew. So this movie was directed by John G. Alvin Alvidson. I have no idea who that guy is, but he directed Rocky. He directed the first Rocky, and this guy, his name I do know because where is it? Bill Conti. Oh gosh, oh yeah, Bill Conti. He also did the theme for Rocky, so he composed Rocky, and then he did this one,
Oh, the music.
the music, yeah, for the score and the music. So he in the first one he did the Rocky theme, like what was it called? I'm Gonna Fly Now. The dun, 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 dun. And then this
Yeah.
one he did the music and also that song, You're the Best Around, no one's ever gonna keep you down. So when I was watching the movie again, I was whistling the theme to the Karate Kid, and I was whistling it, and then I before we're gonna come on, I'm like, that's not the theme from the movie at all. Because I was watching, I was like, it didn't come out. Where am I? And it's actually the theme to Kill Bill.
Wow. Is it at least the same guy that did it?
No, it's just it's just like that Japanese flute. That's all it is.
Oh.
That's all they have in common. So Ralph Macchio plays Daniel LaRusso. Pat Morita plays Mr. Miyagi, which I don't know if you've ever seen Happy Days or not. He actually
Yeah, it's
came
a
up.
huge show here.
Yeah, oh yeah, because it's in Milwaukee, duh. So
Mhm.
he played Arnold in Happy Days. So
Oh,
Pat Morita was known more for comedy, and he's American. He's 100% American. born, Japanese descent. So when he got casted as this, he had to like fake an accent, and
Oh, that's awesome.
he does a really well job. I mean, it's kind of like 80s like Japanese kind of accent, but I think it still holds up. Like I don't think it's like
I mean, he already says like well, he doesn't say a lot in the movie. Like he just says very small
yeah.
things, like
And
his
then
broken English.
Elizabeth Shue, she's a popular actress, as Allie Mills. By the way, I wish somebody would look at me the way Allie looks at Daniel. She was 100% on board with Daniel.
She was. I just thought the only thing my only issue with her was how quickly she moved on. But as a young teenage person, who wouldn't?
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, so we'll talk about that later about her moving on. Um, and then William Zabak plays Johnny Lawrence, and then Martin Kove plays the John Kreese. By the way, Johnny, they're both of the bad guys from Cobra Kai. They're named Johnny. Just remember that.
So it's Cobra Kai because they mentioned Cobra Kai in this movie.
Yeah.
So Cobra Kai is kind of based on Karate Kid, or has nothing to really do
No,
with it.
it does.
Okay.
It's like a continuation
Oh,
of that legacy, I guess. Like,
the
but 20 years
okay.
later. And I think
Okay.
basically Johnny takes over. I haven't seen the show, but I think Johnny takes over like the Cobra Kai, like
So he's the main character
the
in
main.
that show,
Yeah,
Cobra.
I think if I'm not mistaken, like the roles are reversed. That the one that's like with Daniel is the bad guy, and then the one that Johnny's like the good guy.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
Oh, I definitely haven't seen that.
yeah. So I want to talk about before we talk about Miyagi, because I do think he is the main character of this story. I want to talk about Johnny. Okay.
Okay, the white guy.
The bad guy.
The white guy. Uh-huh.
Sweep the leg. Okay, let's talk about him. Was he really a bad guy? Or was he just being groomed by this adult? This weirdo.
I kind of thought the same thing as soon as like at the end, like when they're doing the fight and he was telling the boys to do things to hurt him.
Yeah.
I thought like, oh, like he seems more into this, um, winning more than the boys do. I think the boys, yeah, it was like a kid thing, I think, and he just made it bigger.
And I think like yeah, he's aggressive, but like he's a popular, he's like the captain, that's what you want like in that kind of style. But I think I honestly feel like he was being groomed by this guy, and you can kind
I
of
think
tell glimpses throughout the whole movie that he really doesn't want to do this anymore, or like he wants to like change, because there's a scene, I think it's in the beginning, where they go to the beach and then Johnny gets there later, that his friends offer him a beer and he says no, like I'm trying to like to quit, like oh, this is my last year to turn things around, and like he wants to like change. And then there's another scene when Daniel pranks Johnny in the Halloween dance, and then they like go and chase him and they start beating him up. They start beating Daniel up. Like Johnny basically tells him like you should have just left me alone, and like that would have been it. So I feel like he's like doesn't want to do this, but he's been kind of programmed by this adult that like just trying to live vicariously through him. And it's kind of like, for me, it was watching it now as an adult, I'm like, oh, that's super creepy. Like he's basically grooming this kid, or like brainwashing him.
Well, I think Mr. Miyagi actually mentioned not necessarily that, but he I
Mentions
think
like
says a
they're
hint of it,
brainwashing.
like yeah, like or just that he said um like it's not him. Like when I think when he got beat up and Daniel was like complaining about it, Mr. Miyagi told him like, well, it's also the teacher. Like he's
Yeah.
like, well, I'll just go make fine, and I'll go talk to the teacher,
There's what does he say?
which I think is what they do.
There's no bad students, just bad teachers.
And yeah, so I was like, oh, like to your point, I think that's what he was like trying to say. Like, oh, he didn't. It's just what he's learned. That's what he learned. That's what he's doing because that's what he's taught.
Yeah. And spoilers again for this movie. And at the end, you can it was kind of weird seeing it when I saw it, because I watched it at work. Just don't tell my bosses, but I watched it at work. And
And that's how you booked the wrong fight.
yeah. And so at the end, when spoilers again, when Daniel wins, Johnny gives him the trophy, but before that, he's taking the trophy away from the announcer or whatever, and there's a huge crowd. You can see his face; he's just like crying. He's like overwhelmed with emotion. He's like, and you're like, it looks like somebody who just survived like a trauma or something, or like And it might not even be like, I mean, it could be grooming, but it also could be like Stockholm syndrome. Like,
Oh
he's
yeah.
like in, and for, I can't find a better word, but like in love or infatuated, like with his captor or something, which is the Cobra Kai guy.
He's like, I want to be him.
And then also too, the other Cobra Kai, like one or two of them, you can tell that they don't want anything really to do with what's going on because one Bobby, I think, which is the second to last Cobra Kai that's left, the one that hurts Daniel, injures him. There's a part in the movie where he says like, "Hey Johnny, like stop beating him up. He's had enough." Like, and then when he injures Daniel, like he goes up to him. I don't know if you saw that he tells him like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that."
Oh
Or
yeah, he's like on top of him. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
so this guy,
Yeah.
this sensei should be in jail 100%. I think
Oh, probably. I think, yeah. Well, the 80s, they didn't care as
they
much.
didn't care. They go on.
Now it's different. They
So
would.
let's
The
go
one that
on.
might creep me out though, that how quickly he was, like, the one that was a different follower, it was the other kid that was next to him
The blonde
during the
one,
fight.
the really really blonde
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, is he I don't remember who the blonde, but he was just like, yeah, yeah. Like I was like, man, that kid
Oh,
is like creepily
the
like
one
super
that was like, "You're
impressed.
gonna be dead meat, Daniel," or something like that.
Think something might have said that, but he was in the at the end of his last scenes, he was like next to the
Yeah, yeah.
Cobra Kai.
Dutch, I believe his name was. Yeah. Oh, he was intense. He was really
Yeah, he
intense.
was real intense. Yes. And he was always like, yeah, yeah, like always just whatever was going, he's gonna like follow it. Almost blindly, it seemed like you don't even care. Or you're not that you don't care, but you're just like, wow, you're not, you have no moral.
Uh, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, but the second movie literally picks up seconds after this one. So all three, excuse
Oh,
me,
there's three.
all three of the Daniel ones, the ones that are Daniel is in, they're literally, one ends and then the other one begins like right where it left off. So this whole,
Oh yes, I did see there's another one.
yeah, so there's the whole thing of up until the third movie is literally a year in this kid's life.
Oh, does he end up with the girl at the end?
Um, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. Um, because I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen. Now, let's talk about the actual main character of this movie. So,
Yes.
if you might not have known, because I didn't until way later, that Pat Morita, Mr. Miyagi, was nominated for an Academy Award for this movie.
I what?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, he was. He didn't win, but he was nominated, and I think he was the first Asian American man to be nominated, I think, for an Academy Award, and this was like in '84.
Oh wow.
Do you think it was worthy of an Oscar nomination, or like, I think it was.
Interesting. Why do you say that? Why do you think that is?
Okay, so the main thing is because this movie is apparently about a kid who struggles, like he comes from another place, he's trying to adapt. Elisabeth Shue is kind of her, even in the tournament, even in the karate scene, she's like his guide for like how things work in this new world, California, which for a lot of people is strange. And then enters Mr. Miyagi, who is like his father figure. And then the part that I was talking about in the beginning was that this movie is supposed to be about a kid like going through summer, going through school, like trying to figure stuff out. And then you realize that his mentor was a war hero and his
Yes.
wife and child died while he was in war because they died in an internment camp during World War II, and they died because of racism. And so like he's holding that burden that entire time. And I think if you look at it with those eyes, you kind of see why he is the way that he is, and why he's also, if you look at the other side of the coin, with the Cobra Kai kids who are grooming, this guy is like teaching him certain things, because I think also too he's trying to fill a void that he's missing with his wife and his unborn kid. So that's why.
I agree. Yeah, I did think that. I thought, especially when he gave him the gift, like
Mhm.
with the stitching on what his wife
Oh
made.
yeah, she's like, "Who
I
made
was
this,
like,
Mrs.
oh,
Miyagi?"
yeah. And I was like, oh, and then I thought, well, since he didn't have his son, like maybe this is how he sees him
Yeah,
as a son. To give him such a thoughtful gift and then a car.
and then a car.
I was like, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, I did get sad. That actually broke my heart, but for many reasons, not
Uh-huh.
just
Yeah, yeah.
like personally. I was like, wow, like how horrible to go through that. And
Yeah.
so then he was drinking and he was like, you know, just drunk. And the boy, Daniel finding all this out, not really directly from him, but like because he's drunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then reading and putting things together.
And this time that I saw it, I noticed something else in that scene. So you were mentioning that he gave him the gi with the stitching on it that has the bonsai tree. And then Daniel said, like, he mentions like, oh, Mrs. Miyagi made this. Daniel says, if you ever want this back, I give it to you. And then Mr. Miyagi says, I know. You know that more than anybody else, or something like that. Like, I know you know it more than anybody else. And I think with everything that he was going through with Daniel, like it was him giving him that patch that was from his wife. I think it was Mr. Miyagi's way of kind of like letting go of like all that
Yeah, there
pain,
you go.
because it did seem like he was still holding all that pain. I mean, how could you not?
Yeah, I mean, for real. And that I think what obviously got me sad is just like in general, like how I feel about war in general. Like you said, racism. I'm like the fact that this is even an issue. Like,
Yeah,
why is she even there? He's fighting
for
for
his
the
country.
American.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like for America, and his wife is in this camp. Like,
yeah, and
and it
I'm
got me
I'm
all
sure that
like
was the
annoyed.
experience of. I know that was the experience of a lot of, especially Asian Americans, and then Black Americans that were fighting in a war for a country that didn't care about
Oh
them.
yeah.
you know.
And I feel like well, this is just neutral,
Yeah,
but
yeah. No, no.
it does bother me that like people don't talk about it or like it has been I don't say swept under the rug. Obviously, we know about it, but I just don't feel like it's talked about. I feel like everyone thinks about that war as like, oh, we won and it was great, but it's like a lot of people were suffering even here.
But you know what's crazy about the internment camp things, that I don't think I mean, people know, but I don't think a lot of people know as much as should a lot of people should know
No,
about.
I feel like I've seen more movies as an adult than I ever did as a young person.
Yeah, and they don't teach you. I
Like I
don't think
learned
they
about
teach
it.
you
They
that
don't
in
teach you.
school about the
No,
internment
and that's what I'm
camps.
saying. Like, I feel like there's a lot of things I'm learning as an adult that I'm like, I did not learn this in school
Juneteenth,
or
didn't know
yeah.
anything about that. The massacres in Tulsa, like
Yeah, like there's just so much I learned as an adult. And
history's, written by the winners. So I guess like that's
and it's a sad reality. You're only getting one side of it. So
yeah.
that definitely interests me a lot. Like I definitely will do like deep dives into history, which I probably shouldn't, because then it makes me not have I get upset.
Oh, I was watching something about what's going on right now. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in Nashville that's in the news, but I had to turn it off because I got upset.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I can't. I do at the end of the day, I did learn men are horrible, and, obviously, when you don't have,
By the way, I'm sorry.
Jehovah
Sorry.
yeah, no, I'm just like, if Jehovah's not in your heart, like,
I'm
people
part
are
of the
not gonna
patriarchy. I apologize.
like, I just was like, if you don't allow Jehovah in your heart, right, you're gonna have these qualities that are horrible, and that's why we have wars, and that's why we have things that happen, and, um anyway, I was actually talking about this the other day with somebody that was at the gym, and I don't know, don't ask me what we started about the Pope, and then we started talking about political
I
stuff, and I was
started
like,
talking with
"I
somebody
don't
at work
agree."
about the Pope that wasn't
Yeah,
interested,
it
but they
was
were just interested in the drama, and I'm like,
oh, no, this guy was, like, telling me, like 'cause he was telling me about to watch a movie, and I was like, he was telling me to watch this one movie, and I was like, "I'm not watching that." He's like, "Why not?" I was like, "'Cause about vampires, I don't watch
yeah,
vampire movies." He's like, "Why not?" And I'm like, "Oh, my Bible trained" I'm like, "Fine, I'm gonna preach to you." So
yeah,
my Bible trained conscience doesn't allow me, like, or I don't want to, I was like trying to explain this a lot,
uh-huh.
like to him. And then he's like, oh, then I think I know your movie you'll like want to watch. And I was like, which one? And it's this, I don't remember the name of it, but it's on Prime about the Pope and how he's picked.
Conclave.
Yes, he told me that. And I was like, in my head, like, I'm not watching that either.
I've heard it's
But
pretty good.
I heard it's pretty good. So I'm like, well, tell me about it. Like,
Uh-huh.
explain it to me. And he explains it to me. And as he's describing it, I'm like, so there's no praying involved. This is all politics. He's like, yeah, pretty much. I'm like, it's like, oh yeah, you're right. It is all politics. I'm like, exactly.
It's a
There's
popularity
nothing to
contest.
do. Right. But then we started getting into that. I'm like, and then he started talking about, he's like, oh, I talked about religion the other day with someone. And at the end of the day, it's all men. Like man has corrected it. I'm like, agreed. I completely agree. And so we kind of were going into that a little bit. But yeah, I was like, yeah. Anyway, the more I learn about history, I'm like, people suffered so much
Yeah.
and there's so much injustice, and that gets me upset. So that made me sad for Mr. Miyagi that, oh, you lost your family fighting for a country, and due to their stupidity, you lost your family.
They put your family in camps, and then they said they couldn't get a doctor there, but I'm probably, knowing how those things actually were, if that actually happened, they probably didn't even have doctors there, or they were just like, man, whatever. Like,
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong when I heard it. He said it was going to be the first. She was. I don't say she was American. Maybe she was. I don't think I missed that. But she was American too, right?
no, she was Japanese.
Japanese. Oh, okay.
So Mr. Miyagi was born in Okinawa, or no, Osaka, Okinawa, because
Okinawa.
that's where karate originated from. I did a deep dive in karate. By the way, the belts are completely arbitrary to whatever dojo you go to. So when
So it
someone's like,
doesn't
I'm
even
a
matter.
black belt, you're like, okay, like, anyways.
Like a beginner.
Yeah, he did say he was gonna be the first Miyagi
All on
born in the United
board.
States. Yeah.
Okay, but she was from Japan,
I am assuming so, because he said he met her in
Hawaii.
Hawaii. That's
He
right.
said he met her in Hawaii in a
And the
sugar cane
hey,
camp.
she was like, she could chop really good Kato. Like,
Yeah.
is that the quality you wanted in a wife? I guess.
So that made me kind of think like, wouldn't she? Well, I'm thinking she would have been American if she was in Hawaii,
Well,
but I don't know.
at that point, she wasn't.
Well, because even with the camps,
That is true, but was
they
Hawaii?
even put Americans in there. Even if you were born there,
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
put
no.
you
Even
in
if you were
there.
born in the States, I'm assuming, yeah. So, or maybe she immigrated to Hawaii from Japan for work.
Mhm. Which is ironic that they attacked that place.
Yeah,
It's
because
like
I mean, he
so
would
ugly.
have. The reason he would have been in, I'm assuming, Hawaii was because of the war. He was in,
War.
yeah, Pearl
Yeah.
Harbor and whatnot. Terrible
Oh yeah,
war.
I just saw a documentary on that too. It
Oh,
was
jeez.
crazy.
That's
I
my.
I can go into like deep dive and like all that
Oh,
stuff
don't
over.
even. Yeah, if you ever meet my
You
friend
know what
Jacob,
show I really like? You know what show's really funny? I think you would enjoy it, but I
funny.
don't recommend it. It's not funny, you would enjoy it.
Oh, I thought you said
Is
funny.
a No, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it to
Oh,
everybody, or actually probably nobody, but The Drug History, have you ever seen that show?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I have.
So, I love that show
It's
because I
not
mean,
on
like,
anymore.
it's not, I'm really sad, but I feel like that brought up a lot of like things like, oh, and then like I'd research that, like, oh, what's
Speaking
that
of,
about?
so that one was when I found out about that there was, I forget her name. Was it Cleo? Chloe? But anyways, there was somebody else was the first person to refuse their seats before Rosa Parks.
Yes, yes. I was just talking about this too the other
Yeah.
day. I was like, you just didn't know Russia Parks was there the first one.
She was the
And they're
second,
like,
and
yeah,
like most of the things, that first person probably wasn't even the first one. It was just like the first like
yeah,
known one. Yeah,
right. And she was just, I was like, baloney. What are we learning in school?
yeah,
But you know what? Generation of today actually just doesn't even know anything. So
yeah. Nobody's unless you really want to know, but nobody's really there to teach you any of this.
no, and like, and this is like like a, actually won't listen to this, so I'm gonna say it. But this younger, um, she approaches me, or we're like, I think watching a movie in my house, and she's like, Lori, where's New England at? And I'm like, um, what? Where do you think it is? I mean, what? He's like, well, I think it's in England. And I'm like, no, it's here. She's like, how? And I'm like, you like football. Like, where do you think the New England Patriots are coming from? Like,
Do you think they're coming all the
she's
way from
like,
England?
yeah. She's like, oh, well, I thought they were from England. I'm like, oh my God. So then I'm like telling her, no, it's not. So I'm telling her where it's at. She's like, why would it be called New England? I'm like,
Because it's
from
New England.
yeah, I was like, "From England, like, they came here?" She's like, "Who
Right.
did?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, do you not know
Like
anything?"
New
She
Jersey
did
or
not
New York or New
doesn't
Mexico.
know anything. She just like, "I didn't realize that we came from England." I'm like, "What did you learn in school?"
Huh,
Like,
that's interesting.
yeah, and so then I started asking young kids, like, "Do you know where New England is?" England. They all think it's in England.
And they cut funding for the Department of Education. Anyways,
Yeah,
I
like
might cut that out, but
but I just was like blew my mind, like, wow, like people really just don't know history
no.
at all. But
Well, this movie did, and it's a really really crazy that they included that in like
I do think
a
that was,
movie that is
but
like
see, like,
a
again, as a
kids.
young person,
I
I
don't.
wouldn't have.
Yeah, that's the thing though. I don't think because I found out about this after seeing the movie several times as a kid, and I don't know if I ever saw it like in my teens or like as an adult until a couple days ago. But there's an episode of Community. I don't know if you've ever seen that show.
I wanted to get into it. I
It's
haven't
really
tried,
good.
but
It's really good.
I
So
I think it'll be my humor. So
there's an episode where they do a play on Karate Kid, and the director explains that that's where I got it from. That Mr. Miyagi is like the main character of the movie, and so they make that play about Karate Kid about Mr. Miyagi.
oh, it's funny. No, yeah, I definitely. But like as a kid, I wouldn't have picked up on. I would just, oh, his wife died. I wouldn't have thought of
Yeah,
like why or how come, how that would have affected him. And then to get a Medal of Honor for fighting in this
yeah,
war, or just even the guilt of him not being able to be there for his wife.
yeah, and just getting the letter.
I know how horrible.
I know.
That would just break my heart. So I was just like, I could see where you said I got emotional. I didn't get like emotional. I just got sad. And then I got angry. So maybe that is emotion.
Did you feel that it was kind of like you were like, what's going on in this kids movie? Why are they talking?
No, no, I think I was just like,
I mean, I
that's
kind of spoiled it for a
horrible.
little bit for you, but
No, I did, but I didn't get like, maybe I did was emotion because I
yeah,
got upset, but I definitely just felt bad for him. I was like, what a sad life and lonely. He was living a lonely life.
yeah.
Oh, I did, sorry, super random, but I thought the funny part was when they're trying to catch the fly and
Oh, Nick gets it. Yeah.
Daniel gets it. Like his first try and Mr. Yagi's like
Beginner's luck.
beginner's luck, like you're stupid.
Another funny joke. One of the first funny jokes. He when they get to California from Jersey, from Newark, the mom's like palm trees, sunshine, and then Daniel's like smog, and I'm like, you live in Jersey. It's like the same thing. It's just the same amount of smog over there.
Oh, I thought it was funny. She's like, "Oh, imagine you just wake up and you're gonna be in your pool," and I'm like, "That isn't how all Californians
Yeah, a
live."
lot of people like I don't know that. I know now they don't have that like thought in their heads, but it's like that's not what California is.
We definitely have a different.
How
Well,
far
it's
how
just a
far away
different
from the beach
life.
did you live?
Probably 2 hours.
Oh, okay. I lived about 30 minutes without traffic, and I think I went once a year.
Oh wow. Okay, so I don't feel so bad.
So I wrote a couple of notes here, and the only one note that I wrote, and I kind of already mentioned it, is just literally Elisabeth Shue in all caps, who played Ali. Man, I'm in love.
Really? What?
Yeah.
I did not feel the same way about her. But go ahead, tell me
There
why you felt
is
that
there
way.
is something that I do want to say about her. Um, Beautiful, love of my life. But I think she kind of was going out with Daniel to get back at Johnny in the sense of like she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna like, I don't know, not in the sense of getting him like making him jealous, but literally like getting back at him for what he did to her." Because spoiler alert for the second movie, they break up within like the first, like it's a throwaway line that he's like, "Oh, she fell in love with some football player from UCLA or something like that."
Oh, because she doesn't come out in the second one.
She doesn't come out in the second one. Poor Elizabeth Shue.
Oh, the thing.
She doesn't come out in the second Back to the Future. They recasted her. She was in the first one. She was
Maybe this is just her thing.
I go, maybe she's one and done.
Maybe. Oh, that's another good one. I have a lot to say about Back to the Future, but that's
Great
beside
movie.
the point.
Great movie.
Um,
So how did
yeah,
you feel about her?
I could tell. See, a good thing you told me because I was like, this girl is
Oh,
not
that's what you
legit.
thought?
Yeah, I was like, she's just going out with him. Like, she got over the other guy. Like, I think he even said, she's like, oh, it hasn't been, or something like a week or something. And he's like, 1 week, 2 week. Like, he was like asking her.
But she does help him like in the tournament because when they get there, Missy Miyagi has no idea, and she's like, "Oh, this is a point. This is a point." And she like ties the belt around him, like so. She,
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying she was, what is
to
it?
serve her purpose, I guess.
Yeah, incompetent or like not useful. I just felt like her intention and her genuine interest in this guy was not real.
I don't think that she like she's over. She doesn't like Johnny, but I'm sure he did something to her, and she's like, "Oh, I need to get like I wish." She says that I wish somebody would teach them a lesson. So I think that's what she uses him for.
I just felt like she just I just like, I mean, but then as a young teenage girl, who doesn't move on that quickly?
Yeah.
So I almost kind of just wrote it off as that, like, oh, she's just being a teenage girl.
Oh, this.
But he was like head over heels for her.
Okay, a couple things I did want to mention. Fun facts. So the guy who was the referee for the main fights, this white guy, he was actually he's actually a real fighter, and he actually trained the cast to fight.
Oh,
The only one that actually had any sort of like fighting background was Johnny. He was a wrestler, but Daniel didn't have anything. Pat Morita was a comedian. So and he
interesting.
trained with Chuck Norris, the Chuck
Oh,
Norris.
I did watch that show when I was little.
Did you know that under Chuck Norris's beard, there's no chin? There's only a fist.
Legend.
Yeah. Let's see. What was the other one? So he won an Academy Award. Oh, the crane kick. That's a very famous thing. I don't know. Have you ever seen people do that by any chance?
No, but I've always seen it as a joke. Like they were doing it
Yeah.
as a joke, not
Yeah.
like
Apparently that's
legitimate.
kind of impractical to do it in an actual karate setting.
Oh, then he won without, he was not being practical and winning.
Have you ever heard like the quotes like wax on, wax off, sweep the leg? That's another big one from this movie. And then there's no mercy. There's no fear in the dojo. Those are other big ones. A couple lines that I did like when they get to the tournament, like again, going back to Mr. Miyagi's dry humor, he's like, Daniel's like, I thought you were in these. He's like, I thought you fought. And he's like, I fought for my life, not for points.
Well, I thought it was funny when he was like helping him. I think after one of the fights, he's like, I hope you survive or something like that. Like, let's just to keep you alive
He
or
kept telling
something.
him like, do you think I'll win? He's like, yeah, it's not about
Yeah,
winning. It's about surviving. Which
surviving.
I do think is true because there comes a point when Daniel's like, I'm going to get beat. And he's like, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose. You stood up to these kids and hopefully they'll respect you for that. And he's like, that's kind of a win. And I do think that was true. The one thing I don't get though, and I feel, well, hold on. I have a theory also too, that the second to last fight when he's fighting Bobby Brown, which by the way, that kid's name was Bobby Brown, but and he tells him to like hit his leg and he's going to get eliminated or disqualified rather. I feel like if that would have just let it happen, the sensei, like he probably could have beat Daniel and that would have been it. Like they would have won, but because I don't know, I just feel like he was better matched with Bobby than he was with Johnny.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, the fight with Johnny had to happen
I think
because
so.
the whole movie started with them fighting.
Yeah, and I think also it's true for the sensei to like. It was more important to the Cobra Kai guy than it was anybody else really. The Cobra Kai
That's what I was
sensei.
saying. Yeah, like he was taking it more seriously than these kids. Like to them, it was just this dumb, over girl, like teenage whatever. But to him, he was taking it more personal, more, and he was grooming them and doing that. When Mr. Miyagi was like, "Oh,
The other thing about Elisabeth Shue, my future wife, is that I don't know why she liked Daniel really because she saw him get in like 3 fights within like the first 2 days that she saw him, and he was always getting beaten up. Maybe that's why she liked him.
I mean, she's going for the underdog."
Maybe.
Or she's like, maybe if I can help him, he's gonna beat this other guy.
Yeah.
Because there was a scene where I was like annoyed with her when they were on that date, and everybody came and was like, "Get in the car, like be with us."
Oh yeah.
And she like looked sad that she couldn't go, and then he was like, "You could,
You
you
can go if you
want." And
want.
she's like, "Yeah." She's like, I don't know." I just was like, I mean, if you're happy with this guy, then just be happy with him. Like,
By
you
the
know,
way, I
these are
have
good
been picked
people.
up on a date by my mom, so I get it. Granted, I was like 16, 17, and it wasn't technically a date
Oh, right,
to
right.
my parents, but you know, it technically was.
Where did you
So
go?
don't. I think I went to like somewhere similar to them, like an arcade,
A
like a
golf
golf, yeah, thing.
arcade. That's
Which
hilarious.
if I'm not mistaken, that golf place, it looks a little different, but I think that's the one that my sister used to live across, and it's not in Reseda, but it's in Sherman Oaks. Oh,
Oh, I mean, if they filmed the movie, yeah, that would have been
yeah,
more
100%.
sense.
Yeah,
That right.
I couldn't really recognize. By the way, they made it seem like Reseda was like the poor side of town. It's definitely not the poor. I mean, maybe in the 80s it
Well,
was.
maybe they're that, or maybe even to them,
Yeah,
like
maybe.
we're so rich,
Yeah,
those
maybe they
people are
lived in
considered
like the
poor.
hills or something. I don't know where you would Canoga Park, maybe. No, but Reseda's like where
Mm,
rich people live. Anyways,
maybe not in the 80s
maybe not in the 80s.
because they didn't have a pool, so they weren't
That's
rich.
true.
Because if you're rich, you would have a pool.
Well, they had a pool, but it wasn't that great.
Well, exactly. They didn't have one that she would wake up to and
Alrighty
really
then.
get to.
Anything else you want to say about this fantastic movie that I feel still holds up?
I think it was great. I think it was fun. Yeah, I actually would trust your recommendations on something else.
Thank you. I'll recommend some more. I've been trying to get your sister to do this, but she seems very reluctant to do this.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. And then Louis, I'm almost positive that Louis forgot because we did it like had to do it like a week after. I'm almost positive he forgot the movie.
I actually did listen to Louis because Sarah told me about it,
Uh huh.
and I thought it was funny. It just pretty much was sports. You guys just talk
Oh,
about
we
sports
were
the whole
we were
time.
just a couple dudes talking about sports. That's all it was. Look,
But that is a good movie. I do remember it as a kid.
I think your sister said the same thing. She saw it as a kid.
And Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks, yeah.
I feel like I need to watch those again.
You
Now you're
should.
making me think I need to watch all these childhood movies that I remember
You
when I
gotta
was
watch
young.
them all again. Alrighty then, Lori. Thank you
Yes.
so much. We're running out of
Thank
time
you.
because I am a cheapskate. But thank you.
Thanks so
And say hi
much.
to your California friends that we met in New York.
I will. I will let them know.
Alrighty then.
All
Thank you
right,
so
you
much,
take
Lori.
care.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.